Welcome back at 8:15 with the holiday season approaching. Foods like pumpkin pie and cheesecake and stuffing come to mind, but believe it or not, everything you eat this time of year has to be bad.
And joining us this morning to discuss some of those healthy food options is nutritionist Stacy Goldberg. Good morning, Stacy.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you for being here. Why is it that we find ourselves indulging so much this time of year?
Absolutely. During this holiday season, we are more likely to binge on foods that are sugary, starting from Halloween all the way through New Year's. So
it's the Halloween candy.
Kicks it off with the candy, and the sugar cravings go crazy. So the goal is to talk about some foods that are going to stabilize your blood sugar. So when you're busy and you're shopping for the holidays, or you're running to the mall, or your workload increases, you can keep stable.
What are some of the worst foods that people can eat?
People
I know people don't want to hear this, but I know we need to.
Yeah, so I think things like pumpkin pie are really high. A lot of these pumpkin spice lattes that we're seeing all over are really bad. You know, a lot of the fried foods at this time of year, donuts, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everything that we love and
Right.
that we enjoy. But
And
now,
it's okay in moderation.
That's what I was just going to say. And the way to make sure that you intake, a certain moderation is by maintaining a healthy lifestyle all day long.
Absolutely. And one way to do that is start with breakfast. Start with a healthy breakfast, set the tone of your day. And what you want to do is make sure you have something that's going to keep you full and satisfied throughout the day. So when you are having cravings, whether it's at the end of the day for work or after dinner when the kids go to bed, you are more satisfied.
Well, I've seen a lot of alternatives that you've brought in. Can you get to some of these?
Absolutely.
And break them down
You
for
can
us?
see here, first we have a product made by Love with Foods, and this is Love Grown Foods, and this is like an oatmeal, a super oat. So in the morning you can make something that's warm, makes you feel good. It's also, the cereals are made, the Power O's are made with beans, so that way you can have something that's going to have fiber, it's going to have protein, it's going to stabilize your blood sugar. And people like that warm and fuzzy feeling at this time of year. So we want to make sure that we have that and maintain that and feel good. So the way to do that is a grab and go oatmeal that's going to be lower in sugar, or something that you can make yourself at home, an oatmeal that you can add your own sugar source. Add your own pumpkin to it, add your own peanut butter, and give yourself some protein, healthy fats in the morning.
Okay, and what about the burritos that you have here? Would that be a lunch, dinner substitute?
That
what are you
could
thinking?
really be either. So we have a PJ Skinny Organic Breakfast Burrito. We also have a low-fat skinny chicken burrito.
I've never seen those, but they sound delicious.
They are delicious, and you can find them locally. You can find them at Whole Foods, and they're the only organic burrito on the market. But what's important is that people are stopping.
I'm gonna take one. Oh, I thought you were gonna take it and go warm it up in the microwave.
Camera shot.
You know,
so people can see what this looks like.
We're seeing these egg white wraps everywhere. We're seeing them at Starbucks and Tim Hortons, but it can be very expensive to do it, and sometimes it's just easier to have it at home. And if you have an organic version, then you know that the ingredients are going to be cleaner. There's going to be no herbicides, no pesticides, and that the ingredients are really something that you know.
Well, as we're getting shots of some of the other alternatives that you've shown us that we can eat throughout the day, what are GMOs? Because you were telling us about how important GMOs and why foods that have them and don't have them are different from one another.
It is, and you'll see a couple of these products are non-GMO, and they can be non-GMO project verified. And GMO is a genetically modified organism, so the DNA of the plant or the animal of that ingredient in the food is going to be genetically altered, which can cause damaging effects to not only our environment but to our bodies. So it's really important that you take a look, and I think that's going to be the next biggest trend.
If
it's already here, it's not healthy for your body, right? So it can be a natural food, but it can be genetically altered. So what you want to do is take a look. You can see on many products, you'll see that it can be GMO free, and there's also a stamp that you'll see that is GMO free or non-GMO project verified.
Okay.
And that's important to look for.
What about these right here? These look like protein bars with cheese?
Yeah, so these are fun. So this is
I've never thought about that.
Kind and Strong. Kind came out with a new bar that's higher in protein, so it's 10 grams of protein. And so I made a little hors d'oeuvre with this, and I put a layer of cheese in there to boost the calcium, and that can also help, to give you strong bones, but keep you really full and satisfied. This is great for an athlete. This is great if you're working out. It's great for recovery after you work out.
I love it.
And it can really stabilize your blood sugars, because if you have healthy fats and you have protein, you're going to be less likely to have those sugar binges during the holiday season.
I know one thing I'd like to let our viewers know, and I know you have an answer for this. I eat a lot of meats.
Yes.
And a lot of people eat meats. I mean, it's inevitable. It's in our diets.
Yes.
Talk about organic meats, please.
Yes. So
what are the benefits?
I think the benefits are that you're not getting the steroids and the hormones that are given to animals that are non-organic. So you're not putting those into your body when you're consuming those meats.
And you just look at the packaging.
You can look at the packaging, and you can ask your, if you're buying your foods locally, ask your local farmer. But you can also ask at your grocery store and ask for organic meats. And they're becoming more and more available. Even Trader Joe's has them, and they're not always more expensive. That's the one misconception that people have, is that organic is always more expensive. Not necessarily. So my rule of proteins is always to go as lean and clean as possible. Look at labels for products that do not have antibiotics or hormones.
Now, all of these foods that we have in front of us, and one more thing that I wanted to get to was the healthy dinner option. Is all of this good for kids as well?
It is. It's all good for kids. Obviously, you have to be careful with kids. Some things are made in facilities with nuts. If your kids have peanut allergies, you want to be mindful of that. But yes, absolutely. This is a great product this is a vegan and vegetarian meatball option. Okay. So at the end of the day, if you're busy during the holiday season, have ingredients in your home that are easy. 3 steps right here. And I like this because it's also non-GMO, and it's a great protein source, especially for vegans and vegetarians.
Stacy Goldberg,
Thank you so
nutritionist.
Thanks for
you
having
so
me.
How much we learned right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, when we come back, we'll show you